What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to our channel Total Technology. This is tutorial 38 and today's topic will be option enum. So option is a special option type is or option is a special type of enum which is actually being used to check if whether some value is something or not. So why this is like designed or defined like this? So in Rust we do not have the concept of null. So to check that null things, equivalent of null thing, so in Rust we check whether something is present or none. So enum has a two different variants or two specific variant. One is known as something and one is none. For example, you pass some value 10, so it is going to check whether something is present or not. Just because you present something 10, so that condition satisfies. So it will do some sort of logic, or if you depending on your condition, it will do some sort of checking, and based on that you will get your desired result. So if you see this section explores a case study of option, which is another enum defined by standard library. So it is defined by the Rust standard library. So the option type is used in many places because it encodes the very common scenario in which a value could be something or could be nothing. The one which I mentioned at the beginning of this tutorial. So it will check whether you have some value or not. So depending on this is actually equivalent of null checking or not null. So for the programming language where you have the concept of null, for example Python or any other language, C++, so it will what could be an value, right? Whether it will be null or not null. Okay, so you will check that thing very high level, but Rust doesn't provide that null thing. So that is why it has something called enum time. It will go and check whether it has something or none. If it has something, do something. If it has none, do that thing. So the simple thing. Okay, so this is actually the theoretical part which is mentioned in this link, Rust official documentation. But if you are interested to know more about this, you can just click on this link and check out this link. You will get some more ideas and examples. So this part is also important. That is why I actually included. Programming language design is often thought of in terms of which features you include, or the features you exclude are also important. Rust does not have the null feature that many other programming language have. So null is a value that means there is no value. In languages with null, variables can always be either of two states, whatever I said, null or not null. But just because Rust is not having this concept of null, so that is why it has special type called option enum, and by using that option enum you will be able to identify whether you have something or not. If you have something, you can put some if else block or code or whatever you want, do some app calculation or build some logic, and if you have none, means you have nothing, you can do something else. So same thing, but Rust provides something in a different way. Okay, so example of option enum. So I'll be going to write a very small code, but don't worry, I'll explain this thing. So what I'll do first, create a function. So get value, and okay, so this is I, then the type of this thing is option enum. Okay, so it will be I32, and it is going to return again option. So it will be option and then I32, sorry, it will be like this. Okay, and after that we'll be going to check this thing whether this is like this contains something or nothing. So match A, and after that if it is none, as I told you, there is only two variants possible. If none, then going to return none. Or if some value is present, then let's say build some logic. It will be sum A plus maybe let's say plus 100. Okay, so this is a logic I build, and after that we'll create the main function block. So fn main, and from the main we'll write the thing. So let's declare one variable, let A equals to, let's say, sum 50. Okay, and after that let X equals to get underscore value, and this should be A, right? Okay, so first we'll check what is happening over here. Okay, actually forgot. First we'll check whether this is actually getting compiled or not. So Control S, Okay, it is compiled, so I'm not doing anything for return. Means returning is there, but I'm not getting print any value like over here to print. So let me explain this thing. So first I define the function over here. So what is happening, it is getting a value which is the type of enum. Okay, so sum 50 means the 50 of value is exist here as an option. Okay, and after that I'm just calling this function with this a, and I'm just the value which is actually getting written from here will be saved in x variable. Now I'll check whether it is something or not. Depending on that we'll do it. Okay, so what I'll do now, what we'll do, if I let's print ln, and so if I do this thing, it is going to print sum 150, right? Because x is having this sum 150, but I think I need to use this thing. Okay, so derive debug. Okay, what is happening? Derive only apply to the structure. Okay, so I think it is not required, but I thought, okay, no, it will work. Let me check. If it is not working, then we'll do it. Okay, so we'll got sum of 150 because it's an option special type, and the value of this thing variant of this value is enum, so I don't think it is required. So I got this thing, see, 150. Why I call this thing with 50, sum of 50, and I actually I added 100 here, so that is I'm getting some value over here. Just because if you are like passing this thing with none, so you'll get none of sum of you will get the none value is getting written over here. Okay, so sorry, it will not going to be sum of none, it will be none actually. Okay, so let's see now. None will be written. See, I get this value written over here. But for example, if none is there, if you want to return 5, okay, that will actually fail. See, the type is actually option I32, but I am actually returning this thing. So what you can do, you can put like this. If none is there, you want to put it sum of 5. Okay, so that will work, but integer will not work. See, if I run this thing, I'll get sum of 5. Okay, means if nothing is there, just give this thing to this guy. If something is there, just add 100. So something, this sort of things. Okay, whatever is there. So now the next thing is that how to check the value of this thing, only this value, how to get the value of this variant. Okay, so for that, actually what we'll do, we'll create another match. Okay, and it is going to be applied on this value x. Okay, and what is the type of x? This is option. Okay, as you all know, option x equals to sum and value. Okay, some value, any value. If we found this thing, let's print ln value if value is not value, is value. Okay, right? Okay, comma, and let's check another thing. What is this? None not cover, right? Haven't covered the none. So if actually it is what is saying this thing, so it should not be the case. So but you have to cover this thing. Okay, so option none, because option definitely has two things. See, in our case, both of this condition will be checked by this thing. Okay, so it will be none value found. Okay, done. So in our case, we'll get only 5. Okay, we'll get 5. Okay, because if we call this function with none, and if none is there, it is going to return sum of 5. It is sum of 5, then you know it is going to print the value, means 5. So if you run this thing, we'll get 5. Okay, see, value is 5. Now let's change this thing with sum of 10, so we'll get 110. Okay, No, actually this is going to be in capital. Okay, so value is 100. Okay, so let's create another. I don't think so it is required. We can check this thing none here, actually none, and let's check none. Okay, so let's do it. See, none value found. So this is actually going to work for both of the both the conditions. So let me just copy this thing here. Okay, so you can write something, let a equals to sum of 100 like this. So this will also work in both conditions. So guys, so let me just quickly save this thing, and after that I'll just explain this thing one more time. So what is happening, we're creating a function over here, defining one function over here, and the function is getting called with an argument a, and the type of that argument is option enum. Okay, option with type i32. Okay, and after that we are checking this thing with a match operator. What is the value of this thing, whether it is none or something, means a pattern of this option variant a, and if none is there, it is going to return none. If something is there, it is going to be added with going to add 100 with the existing value, and it is returned. So after that we are actually getting the return value here in x variable, and after that the variable x is going to be checked. So x is like this, and what is the type of this thing, like this thing, this is actually option type of enum. So option, inside that sum, and the value is the value part. And if this pattern founds if it founds this pattern, then it is going to return this value. When it is going to find this pattern, then it is going to return this thing. Okay, so very easy to understand. And if you are actually clear about the earlier concept, if you are clear on the concepts whichever we taught in our last or few tutorials, last 4 or 5 tutorials I believe, are mostly in enum and match operator and pattern matching, this sort of things, then actually it is going to help you. Okay, so if someone is not getting confidence with this topic, I will highly recommend you guys to go ahead and start watching our playlist from the beginning. Then only it is going to help. If you are starting by searching some thing from internet or Google and found this video, definitely you should have prior knowledge. That is why you are watching this thing. But if you're not having any knowledge on Rust, but if you want to learn it from the enum or this option time, I will tell you guys, this is going to be not work. So you have to understand the basic concept first, then you have to gradually start from the structure, enum, match operator, then only you will be able to understand. Okay, so here actually whatever we talk about, this is a special type of enum called option enum. So I believe the complete enum topics is completed from the basic point of view. So now we'll do something else in the advanced portion, which will be maybe after 1 or 2 months later. So as I told you, this match is now going to be only work with this sort of small or simple thing, but you can do it using some other different or custom things as well. So that we will discuss in the advanced tutorial. But what I do in the next tutorial, I'll create some sort of exercises, maybe 4 or 5 different exercises, and I will try to do live hands-on coding, and I will explain this thing. So it will give you guys some sort of exercise as well, kind of a flavor of the exercise, and also more, if I do more coding, it will also going to help you. So for that actually I need, guys, I'll try to record the videos in today's time. So guys, this is a high time. Please share some sort of exercise examples or ideas. If you have, you can share it via YouTube comment, or you can write me via email. On those are actually watching my channel from the Udemy, you can directly message me in Udemy instructor from the Udemy instructor panel. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoying this series. Please let me know your feedback, and if you have any doubt and question, you can always interact with me. And in between, if you found any difficulties to understand, or if you want us to improve our quality in some areas, we are actually will be very glad to hear all those feedbacks. Please do it, and this will actually help me to improve our quality. So that's it, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and don't forget to subscribe our channel, hit the bell icon so you should not miss any notification from the next time, and theme applicable for all the Udemy students, guys. Thank you very much for purchasing this course and enrolling to my Udemy course. It's actually helping me a lot. Thank you very much. And same thing, whenever in doubt or having any need any clarification or having difficulties to understand, please feel free to write me. I will try to answer all your queries immediately. Okay, so that's it. Once again, have a nice day, goodbye, and happy learning.